a lot of people I don't know as well, from the industry, and of course just people I don't know reaching out, and I've been trying to reply to as many people as I can. Movies Dil Dhadakne Do and Gully Boy, where he can really dial it in and like show the intensity without going big. So Ranveer was amazing. Jaideep Ahlawat is someone I've also been a fan of since I saw him in Wasipur. What Ranveer did in Rockstar, or Ranveer has done in Gully Boy, Dil Dhadakne Do, Padmavat, Ayushman's work in Andhadhun. Someone who I've been a fan of since the first time I saw her on screen is Kareena. So I've been a big Kareena fan. It would be really cool to work with her at some point if things happen. She's someone I really like. My range is like from Rohit Shetty to Vishal Bharadwaj to Shujit Sarkar. Like I want to work with everyone because I think as an actor you want to do all kinds of movies,
Never really got a chance to say hi, Armaan. Welcome. And I have been seeing the reviews that are out and all of that. I don't know what people are saying. I don't care what everybody thinks. If they like it, they don't like it. I genuinely liked it, and I think I said it before the film released. So, genuinely, I liked it. My takeaway from the film was the performances. I just loved everything about it. Ajeeb Daastaans released some time back, and I'm guessing, like I told you, you'll be busy responding to people's messages and everything, and I think that's happening. I see you posting a lot on your Insta story, talking about stuff. So what's that like?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's a first for me. I mean, this kind of response and reaction, and it's really been nice. A lot of people, obviously friends and family, like I take that with a pinch of salt because they're all amazing and they've been really supportive. But a lot of people I don't know as well, from the industry, and of course just people I don't know reaching out, and I've been trying to reply to as many people as I can. And it's been really good. So I'm hoping it's the beginning of a lot of good work down the road.
Yeah. Okay, so ये तो अजीब दास्तान्स की बात हो गई. I also would want to talk to you about Befikre, जिसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे. But before that, if you could just like talk a little about how did you start out? Did you always wanted to become an actor? What is it all like?
So I always wanted to do something to do with films. I honestly, yes, somewhere deep down, I always knew I wanted to act. But I wanted to direct. I still want to direct someday, and I'd like to produce down the road as well. Right now, I just want to act. But it's a weird thing, actually. It was like when I would say I wanted to direct, people around me would be like, "Nahi, tu actor banega." So to deflect away from the attention that came from that, I was like, "Nahi, mujhe director banna hai." So I deflected as long as I could. Till the time I actually went to study filmmaking, and a friend of mine was making a short film which his actor didn't turn up on the morning of shoot. So he asked me to play the part, and that's when I was just like, okay, you know what? There's no question in my mind. This is what I want to do.
Speaking of Befikre, I think it released in 2016, if I'm not wrong, 16 or 17, something like that, right?
In December 9th.
Yeah. Right.
End of the
End of the year, right? I remember because I remember because I was just kind of starting out that time, and I had gone for the press conference and everything that happened in Delhi, and Ranveer and Vani were there, of course, and I absolutely love Ranveer. So I was just interested in watching.
Me too.
Yeah, I know, right? So I was just really interested in watching Befikre obviously for just the fact that Ranveer is going to be there. And I remember watching Befikre, and I enjoyed it so much, I genuinely, I like, like the modern day kind of romance that it showed. I genuinely liked it. And fun story, 2-3 days before I watched Ajeeb Daastaans, I was just randomly, I don't know why, I was watching Befikre, and I came across the boring banker scene. And I was watching that, and I was like,
my first scene.
Yeah, I know. And then like 2 days later, I'm watching Ajeeb Daastaans. I was like, wait, I've seen him somewhere. And then I was like, oh, amazing! Like that was a weird thing,
No, I'm glad.
Listen,
I'm glad you made that parallel because I look quite different in the two, you know?
You do. I mean, even though I really like the Raj Kumar wala look way more, but then those are the different factors I have to go through. But tell me a little about working on Befikre also. What was that like? I'm sure it must have been like an experience in itself for you.
It was amazing. It was really like one of the best experiences I've had in my life, to be honest. I was really lucky. So Adi sir, I wasn't shooting for the first 3 weeks of the film, but because Adi sir was introducing me and stuff, he wanted me to come along and just assist, be around, you know, learn, soak everything in. So it was honestly the people on the film. We had a really good group of the ADs, of the crew, the team, some amazing people. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We weren't allowed to shoot on Saturdays and Sundays because of the French laws. You shoot 5 days a week, kind of thing.
Ooh.
So we had time to chill also on the weekends. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good experience making the film.
And what about working with Ranveer on that one? I mean, he's a crazy actor. Like, I think the two films that you worked on, you've worked with some really amazing actors. Like, you worked with Ranveer, you've also worked with Jaideep Ahlawat in this one. So I think that's a win-win for you. Tell me a little about that.
100%. You know, honestly, I just believe that both these guys, even Vani and Fatima, like they make me better, you know. So half your job is done when you have such amazing actors opposite you. You have to just kind of be present, know what you are playing and what your character is, and then just be in the moment, you know. And they give you so much to work with. There's so much to learn from. Like from Ranveer, I mean, a lot of the learning is subconscious. You don't know, like you're not, you know, making notes because you're just trying to do your work. But there are little things that you just pick up, and his like enthusiasm for his work, his energy is something everyone talks about. But it's more like, for me, it was like his ability to control his energy, you know, to use it when it's required, to hold back. So, and we've seen like in movies, Dil Dhadakne Do and you know, Gully Boy, where he can really dial it in and like show the intensity without, you know, going big. 100%. So Ranveer was amazing. Jaideep Ahlawat is someone I've also been a fan of since I saw him in Wasipur. So yeah, these guys, I'm hoping I continue to work with good actors and get better through working with them.
So I just want to know, what are the kind of roles that really intrigue you? I mean, is there anything like specific that really interests you and you're like, you know, I would really want to probably go into this space? Anything like that?
You mean roles that people have already done?
Could be, or anything else also. That's completely up to you. Maybe, I mean, it could have been like something like, you know, like an actor has done and you'd be like, you know, I would also probably want to try something out like that.
Yeah, so usually what happens is, like, if I watch something that I think someone has done an amazing job in, I don't tend to, like, you know, project myself into it because that person has done such a good job with it, you know. Yeah, you will think like, if I had the opportunity to play this kind of part, maybe I would have played it like this or that, and that's just that happens. But usually when I watch something which I really get taken in by, then I'm no longer thinking about you know, playing that part or changing it. Then I'm just going with the story, you know. But having said that, there are so many people's work and roles that I see which just inspire me to do something like that in my career, you know. So whether it's what Ranveer did in Rockstar, or Ranveer has done in Gully Boy, Dil Dhadakne Do, Padmavat, Ayushman's work in Andhadhun. There's so many people, so much work. Mr. Bachchan is an inspiration who just keeps doing amazing work. So I've grown up watching. So it's inspiration. Like there's a dime a dozen, because there's so many amazing actors, even people my age that are like, you know, relatively new and doing cool work. Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So, yeah, I didn't answer your question. There's no specific role I've given you.
No, it's fine. Like, you don't have to like specifically say that this role, but like still, I understand like what you're trying to say. So it's fine. Okay, so now I also want to know, what are the like, do you have like any actresses, like favorite actresses who you'd possibly want to collaborate with? Who are like, you know, I would really want to work with her. Anything like that?
100%. I mean, there's so many again, but like, so someone who I've been a fan of since the first time I saw her on screen is Kareena. So I've been a big Kareena fan. It would be really cool to work with her at some point if things happen. She's someone I really like. From the newer girls, there's so many people doing a lot of cool work. Like Janvi, Ananya, Sara, Kriti, everyone's doing really cool stuff, So honestly, to me, it's more than anything else, more than, of course, like when I get to work with actors like Ranveer and Jaideep and Vani and Fatima, it's a big bonus. But my real motivation comes from the story, the character, and then the person directing it, because eventually film is a director's medium, so it's his voice, that we are just as actors trying to bring to screen.
Right.
So, I want to work with everyone. I'd like to work with everyone.
Yeah, that's completely fine. Why would you only limit yourself to a number of actors? So yeah. But speaking of directors, do you have any favorites over there?
Exactly. I do. I have, again, I have grown up, I'm a 90s kid. So I've grown up watching like front foot mainstream masala movies.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started, exploring like the international world cinema and like that kind of stuff. So my range is like from Rohit Shetty to Vishal Bharadwaj to Shujit Sarkar. Like I want to work with everyone, because I think as an actor, you want to do all kinds of movies, But yeah, so if I had to pick a few, I'd say Shujit Sarkar is up there. Abhishek Kapoor is someone whose work I really love and I'd love to work with. Sriram Raghavan's work I love. Zoya Akhtar's work I love. Even Rohit Shetty's work. So yeah, so many of them. But these are just a few, yeah.
Yeah, okay, lovely. Lastly, I want to know, if hypothetically you were not an actor, what would you have been?
I mean, I would probably do something with regards to film. So maybe direct. I don't think I'm a good enough writer to say that I would be a writer, but I would love to be a writer if I was good enough. Direct, produce. I think 100% something to do with cinema.
So like you're a total
maybe
film
a banker since I'm a total film buff. Yeah, maybe a banker since apparently I've played two different bankers in two films. So if my third film is a banker, then I'm really going to consider an alternate profession.
Well, but it's also amazing how you played two different guys who are like with the same profession, but yet so different from each other. So I think that's like a really good thing that people did not really get reminded of the fact that there's any kind of similarity and the difference in how those characters were written also.
I mean, exactly, the worlds are different, and like the where they come from, so everything was different. And in fact, I realized it a little later on when we were shooting that I was like, okay, because the banker element isn't such a big part of our film. But it just struck me that I was like, shit, I'm playing a banker again. I didn't even realize. But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. But it was so nice talking to you, Armaan. I just want to wish you all the very best for everything else that we'll be seeing you in. Again, I did enjoy Ajeeb Daastaans, and I'm really happy that there's so much love coming your way. I hope that it continues and you continue to entertain us with more projects, and hopefully we don't have to wait for so long to see you again.
Yeah, hopefully when things do open up again and work starts again, you will have less gaps, and I hopefully will have the opportunity to entertain you guys and more and more as the years go by.
Lovely. Really looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Armaan, and all the very best again.
Thank you. Likewise.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.